What if I told you that America's most famous fried chicken brand, a company once so dominant that it squashed all competitors, is now quietly shrinking at home while thriving halfway across the world? This is the story of Kentucky Fried Chicken, the untold rise, fall, and global twist of an American legend. For many of us, Kentucky Fried Chicken wasn't just dinner, it was an experience. Grandparents, parents, kids, all gathered around a red and white bucket, passing out spicy drumsticks, warm biscuits, and that unmistakable brown gravy. In the heyday of KFC, it was more than a meal, it was family, tradition, nostalgia, and a slice of the American dream. But today, the mood has changed. What happened to the magic? KFC's popularity in the US seems to have faded. Its stores are closing, its public reputation lags behind rivals, and for every family lining up for fried chicken, it seems twice as many are choosing something else. How did KFC go from being the undisputed king of chicken to fighting for relevance in its own backyard? And strangely, why is it that, beyond America's borders, the brand is more powerful than ever before? Let's pull back the curtain and trace the journey behind brand success. What really happened to Kentucky Fried Chicken? It all begins with one man, Harlan Sanders, later known as the Colonel. Sanders' early years were far removed from the glossy advertising you're used to. Born in rural Indiana in 1890, his father's death forced a 6-year-old Harlan into the kitchen. He cooked for his younger siblings while his mother worked in a tomato cannery. By 12, things weren't much better. An unfriendly stepfather had young Harlan out the door and onto assorted jobs, from farmhand to steamboat conductor. These tough lessons molded him into a relentless, creative hustler. In 1929, Sanders leased a gas station in Corbin, Kentucky, a tiny town on an old highway. Seeking extra money, he set up a dining area in a back room and started cooking hearty southern dishes, chicken, biscuits, country ham, all made from scratch. His food gained such local renown that in 1936, the governor of Kentucky named him a colonel, an honorary title. The Kentucky Colonel look, white suit, black string tie, became his signature, an early lesson in the power of personal branding. By 1940, Sanders had developed his golden fried chicken recipe, 11 herbs and spices, pressure cooked for tenderness and crispy perfection. It was a secret formula, one still locked in a vault at KFC headquarters. As highways rerouted traffic away from Corbin, Sanders pivoted again. He began franchising his recipe, so others could serve Kentucky Fried Chicken from their own roadside restaurants. This was the spark that ignited the KFC empire. The 1950s and 60s were KFC's first golden era. Sanders, now in his 60s, hit the road, visiting diners and cafes across America with just a pressure fryer and bags of herbs and spices. He'd cook for the owner, and if they loved it, he'd license them the name and recipe. By the early 1960s, over 600 restaurants across America and Canada were serving his chicken. The Colonel became a living mascot, appearing everywhere in person, always with that southern charm and eccentricity. But even a legend knows his limits. In 1964, at age 73, Sanders sold KFC to a group of investors led by John Y. Brown Jr. for $2 million, over $18 million today, with a deal that kept him as the brand's ambassador and face. By 1970, 3,400 KFC locations, twice as many as McDonald's had at the time. KFC dominated American fast food. Across highways and mall food courts, that red and white bucket was a guarantee of comfort. But, as often happens with rapid growth, cracks began to show, ones that, decades later, would be hard to patch. 5 reasons for the American fall, and lessons for every entrepreneur. 1. Relentless competition. Success breeds imitators, and soon, every major food chain was chasing chicken's profits. From regional favorites like Popeyes and Church's to the new guard of Chick-fil-A and Raising Cane's, KFC's edge dulled. Notably, Boston Market swept the 1990s with its home-style rotisserie chickens, carving away KFC's family dinner business. By 2013, a then tiny Chick-fil-A surpassed KFC in U.S. chicken sales, rewriting the chicken playbook. Today, fast casual and boutique chains, not just fast food, have pulled younger, health-minded eaters away with grilled, artisanal, or spicy chicken sandwiches. KFC's early monopoly on the fried chicken market is long gone. 2. Menu mayhem and quality control. How do you scale a secret recipe while maintaining flavor, freshness, and experience? Over the years, KFC's answer was, not very well. In pursuit of profit, corners were cut, recipes tweaked, cheaper ingredients sourced, and quality became inconsistent. Even Colonel Sanders wasn't happy. By the 1970s, he publicly slammed KFC's gravy as wallpaper paste and called extra crispy fried dough stuck on chicken. KFC also spread itself thin, launching and losing with Kentucky roast beef, pork ribs, and strange one-off menu items. The focus on fried chicken, the very thing that made them famous, blurred, leaving customers unsure of their core offering. 3. Fumbling with the Colonel, from brand icon to mascot. After Sanders died in 1980, KFC lost its soul. He was more than an ad character, he was the brand's living spirit. Next came decades of marketing experiments, cartoon colonels, outlandish rebranding, even having celebrities impersonate him, from Norm Macdonald to Reba McEntire. While these stunts grabbed headlines, they created confusion among older fans and alienated younger ones skeptical of corporate authenticity. Misguided marketing campaigns, like promoting a grilled nation or partnering with Oprah on free chicken coupons, which led to store chaos and bad publicity, showed a company out of sync with the times. Even its $185 million rebrand in 2015 failed to restore long-term luster. 4. Health perceptions. Fried becomes a four-letter word. In America's health revolution, KFC became symbolic of what not to eat. As nutrition awareness rose in the 1990s and beyond, fried food fell under the microscope. KFC tried rebranding from Kentucky Fried Chicken to KFC, quietly hiding the word fried. They reimagined the initials as Kitchen Fresh Chicken, but consumers weren't buying it. Attempts at healthier products, like grilled chicken, fizzled out. PR hits kept coming, lawsuits over trans fats, critical documentaries, and the infamous Double Down, 2 fried chicken fillets as the bun for a bacon and cheese sandwich, became viral jokes for American excess, not culinary innovation. 5. Reputation, experience, and the forgotten franchisee. Behind the kitchen doors, franchisee relations soured. Many franchisees struggled with corporate decisions, outdated stores, poor support, and rising competition. Some even sued KFC over supply chain and marketing failures. Store cleanliness and consistency lagged, and many locations felt stuck in the past. In comparison, Chick-fil-A soared with ultra-clean stores, friendly staff, and relentless focus on customer service. Meanwhile, urban legends and internet myths, like KFC's name change being due to genetically modified chickens that couldn't be called chicken, persisted for decades, unfairly tarnishing the brand. The international reversal, KFC's second golden age in China. Here's the strange twist. While KFC faltered in America, it engineered one of the greatest international fast food success stories ever. In 1987, KFC became the first Western fast food brand to open in China, a move as bold as it was risky. They didn't just export American chicken, they adapted, customizing menus with local flavors, think congee, spicy wings, tea eggs, and building a vast Chinese supply chain. KFC's Chinese outlets provided cleaner, roomier environments and internet ordering before it was even common in the US. They became a trendy spot for youth, families, and tourists, a centerpiece of modern Chinese cities. By 1997, KFC's international stores outnumbered domestic ones. As of 2023, more than 80% of KFC's locations are outside the United States, with tens of thousands of stores across Asia, Africa, and Latin America. In China, KFC is a case study in cultural adaptation, flexible menus, cutting-edge marketing, investment in digital payments, and hyper-efficient delivery. The result? KFC is more beloved there than at home. Can KFC win back America? Today, KFC is fighting for a comeback. Modernization. Some U.S. stores are being remodeled for digital ordering, with retro modern decor and kiosks. Menu innovation, limited time items like Nashville hot chicken, chicken sandwich, plant-based options are hits, but consistency remains an issue. Marketing, KFC is getting back to its roots with real Colonel lore, focusing on nostalgia while courting Gen Z with TikTok and influencer promotion. Franchising, a renewed push to repair franchisee relationships and invest in operational consistency. Will any of this work? Time will tell. Behind the success and the struggle. 1. Brand authenticity matters. The Colonel's personal trademark made customers feel connected to the brand. When the icon faded, so did the trust. 2. True innovation beats gimmicks. New menu items or marketing stunts can't mask poor quality. Lasting brands create real improvements, not viral jokes. 3. Don't ignore your core. Overseas growth is great, but letting the home market decay sends a dangerous message to loyal customers. 4. Adapt, but stay true. Cultural adaptation made KFC a giant overseas. At home, KFC lost touch with local tastes and expectations. 5. Franchises are family. Successful brands invest in win-win relationships with their franchisees. So that's the story, how KFC, born out of hardship and hustle, became an American legend, lost its way, and re-emerged as a powerhouse in China, even as it fights for a second act in its homeland. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you still visit KFC? What's your favorite KFC memory? Do you prefer Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, or a local spot? Do you agree with my list, or do you see other reasons for the decline? Fire up the comments, let's get a real debate going. And if you'd like a deeper dive, maybe a whole episode on the wildlife of Colonel Sanders or the inside story of KFC's China takeover, let me know. This has been Behind Brand Success. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories on the rise, fall, and reinvention of the world's most fascinating companies. Thank you for watching. And until next time, remember, a brand is only as strong as its story. B-roll of international KFCs, from Shanghai to Nairobi to London, and tantalizing shots of a classic bucket, inviting the viewer to hit subscribe and stay curious.